I am unplugging the reversing alarm off the back of here. So, and all you health and safety police can just, it's tough. That will drive my neighbours mad. Because it is really, really loud and really, really annoying. So, I was saying to Toby about, you know, manufacturing and stuff like that. We were talking about Case and New Holland, and he wants me to try a Kubota tractor. He actually seems quite determined to get me into a Kubota tractor. And I said, I'll have a go. Apparently there's a special edition one, a black one. He said, I want you to try the black one. 170 horsepower, which is kind of in the ballpark of what I'm looking for. So I wasn't going to say no, was I? But yeah, I was asking about these, and we were sort of saying about machines and that, and he said, this is actually a Giant. So although it is badged up as Kubota, this is actually a Giant machine. Okay, it's a small Giant machine, but it is a Giant machine. So yeah, we are going to do something for a biscuit. He said to me, he says, is it going to be full of dog hairs when I pick it up? I said, yes, it will. She's definitely, I'll try and keep her with clean. If it's mucky, I won't let her in there. But if it's clean, she needs to be able to come in here and, yeah, make her comfortable. But it's a lot easier to get in and out of than my skid steer. It has a heater. It has, well, not that I mind, it has a radio. I probably never turn that on, but it's compact. I mean, for a big bloke, a really big bloke might struggle, but that's a substantial piece of steel up there. That is a really heavy bucket on the front of there, so I would imagine, yeah, we will be restricted with what we can pick up with that. I don't think we're doing it. I think that's okay if you keep the boom in, but yeah, visibility, kind of what you expected with a side boom machine, is not fantastic, but as long as you keep your wits about you. So what we've got here, we've got auxiliary power there, no USB ports. That down there is heat, I presume. Oh no, air conditioning. Oh, air conditioning. Look at me. And in the back of here we have got a book of words, what's in there? That's stuck shut. I know, I've got to pull the seat for to get to that. We'll do that later on. I've got a get me out of jail free card. If I turn it over, I can get out for the window. Yeah, it's a compact little machine. I would get used to it. I think it'll take me a while. But the idea of being not wet and not cold in the winter, and the side door, and not chewing the yards up. So because this will not chew the yards up. So I'm assuming this here is locks from crab or to road. I think that's what he said. So if I take it on the road, only 25 kilometers an hour on the road, so not fast. What's that, 15, 16 miles an hour? So it would take me 45 minutes to drive from here to Tether Farm. Not the end of the world. So, you know, if I was going over there to do a day's work or a week's work, that would be fine. If I just want to go there and back, that would be a bit of an issue. But yeah, you want to get into decent road speeds, that you've got a bigger machine, or like I was saying with the Merlot, we looked at the Merlot because of a 40 kph box, but do you want to drive 9-10 miles on hydrostatic? I mean, what's that going to do to the pumps? Everything's going to get very hot. Yeah. Right. But they are definitely not going to chew my yard up like the skid steer does. Anybody got a spare 49,000 quid? Anyway, the reversing alarm is in there. I think it's that thing there. And I can't see where the cable is, but the only way I can do it is, not those, is to undo these and whip that off. Noisy bloody thing. Health and safety gone mad. So it appears I cannot unplug the reversing alarm. Although I'm in, as you can see, that's it there. I don't know, I'm gonna have to take the plate right off, I think. I don't think it unplugs, I think it's actually part of the loom. So, and I have promised not to cut, bend, break, tear, or so. Yeah, it just might restrict how much activity I get up to around the back of the buildings, because I really do not want to piss off my neighbours. I know all this modern health and safety stuff has a place, and this is a busy farmyard. I'd kind of, no, I'd accept it and keep it on there, but it's not. It's a very quiet farmyard. I might be able to unplug it further down the loom. I'm gonna have to, no, it's got to come off. It's an awkward little thing to get to, that is. You can't take the number plate holder off because that is like riveted on there behind the number plate. No, that ain't coming off, so it's gonna be a fiddly job. After all that, it does unplug. There you go, unplugged. So I just didn't want to yank on it and then break it. So it's not broken, Toby. I have just literally just pulled it out of there. It can be pushed back in again. Honest. Right, got to put it back together again now. That can go back in there. So I'm sorry, Mr. Wilder, I really appreciate the opportunity to play with this machine, but not at the expense of good neighbourly relations. Right, that can go there, that can go back together again. That cured that. You doing a bit of spring cleaning in there?
Yes.
Vacuum cleaning?
Yeah.
She's already got her eye on it.
Yeah, I know.
So let me get this right. So Holly, I buy it and then you take it. Yeah. Ah, that sounds like a good idea. Yes, excellent idea, Dad. We've decided it's a really good idea. Right, okay. Right. Choice. Stay indoors, answer the phone, go outside in the fresh air.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, unless it's actually blowing up after hoolie and something, then I'm going outside. Yeah. That's reasonable. I mean, you're only human at the end of the day. No one could judge you for that. So, because it'd be a case of, yeah, I would be right behind you.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd be the one putting the kettle on. Jolly good idea. Be nice if the holes lined up. Came apart all right. I just couldn't put up with that alarm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand health and safety and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I can see my neighbours getting quite annoyed with that. I'm going to be quite blatant on YouTube that I've done it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. So if someone comes back and says, oh, listers of no, it wasn't listers, it was him. And he told you why, because he didn't want to fall out with his neighbours.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not going to run over one of my neighbours. No, it's just not going to happen. So, not unless I mean to. Yeah, but they've kind of given me no cause for doing that, so.
Not yet.
Yeah.
If the time comes, you should do it in stealth.
Well, yeah. Well, I'd probably run over him forward so I could see what I'm doing anyway. But yeah. Oh, you're a little swine to get in there too, aren't you? Oh. Well, I might say as an excuse, I didn't put all the screws back in because I know you've got to take it off again to. Yeah, I just never got round to it.
You're thinking of other people this one.
I think it's very thoughtful of it. I think I've got just a generous nature. So that's what it is. You know, if only everybody thought like that. Yeah. I'll think of someone else's Go on. I would like this one in here. That would be quite nice. All you got to do is... Ooh, ooh. Oh, aye. See, I smiled at it.
Winning way.
Yes. Maybe the London Eye.
Never been on that.
Yeah, it's not something I'd rather go up Big Ben.
Yeah.
As in the bell tower. I don't want to go actually up Big Ben, but you know, I would rather go and do that than go on the London Eye and the historical stuff. You know, if I had a trip around Horse Guards, or you know, it was mentioned a while ago with NFU, I might be able to get a trip round to House of Commons. Well, that might be interesting. You know, go up and you know, just for practice in case I ever decide to go that way. You know, which I would not.
Your peerage come through.
Yeah, oh, no, yeah. Yeah, the only peerage you're going to get is me peering over the top of that going, has he got away yet? Yeah, no, sod that. I would have far better things to do than that. So, those two there are not going back in. Because that one will. Because they're right behind in there.
Right behind the number plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Convenient place.
Yeah. Well, I think it's all right to put this on before you put the number plates on with like a rivet.
Right.
The number plate holder. So it's like, yeah, I got a funny feeling these two bolts may never go back in there, ever. So, you know, it's not going to fall off. Yeah, I just can't get it up in.
Yeah.
Fine, be fine. It's a brand new machine, it's not mine. 49,000 quid.
That's quite a few pennies.
Yeah, but I was like I said to Mrs. yesterday, I had to go and buy us. I don't like chemicals. I don't like anything like that. I don't want to do it. But if I want to go down to food quality grains, I have to be red tractor.
Right.
If I'm red tractor, I have to do this, and it means I have to spray.
Right.
So I've been off and done all my tests, got all my certificates, done all my training, done all that. I had to buy a sprayer. So I spent 10,500 quid yesterday on a second-hand sprayer.
Yeah.
That was painful as well. But that's a machine that I'm going to use for 6 days a year.
Yeah.
10.5 grand.
Yeah.
49 grand on a machine I'd use every day. Well, then that doesn't make it sound expensive. It's just the fact that I got to earn 49,000 quid to pay for it.
Yikes.
If they said to me, you can have 3 years interest-free credit, I go, okay, that gives me 3 years to pay for it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I've got to decide whether I like it or not yet. So, but it has got room for the dog. Put that one in there. Will he go in there? He might go in there. I'll try and get that one in there. Ah, he's in there. So there is a bolt that I have not put in, and it is that one there. And it's because I can't get it in there. So it was going to be 2 bolts. Now it's only 1 because I realised that one I can. So yeah, that thing when you take something apart and then you put it back together and you've got a bolt left over, I don't think it's a very important bolt. And all these are going to have to come back off again anyway to plug the reversing alarm back in, because obviously whoever has this next will have to have it reconnected, and then they can go. Now I've showed you how to take the reversing alarm off. I really hope I've unplugged the right thing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to put this in the cab for safekeeping somewhere. There's a little face at the gate over there looking at me, woofing at me. So we're going to do the biscuit testing in it. So I've just put that bolt in there. Just noticed that the back window opens as well. That probably is enough the dog could fall out of there. So probably won't do that very much, but I found someone's pink cloth. I've also found a slightly dusty, dirty dog bed. Yeah, I might have to put something else under there. That's a bit lumpy. We'll put some up there. Make her comfy. Come on then. What? What? Do you want to come with me? Hey? Come on. Whoosh there. Go on. Come on then. Come on then. I'm about to run out of battery. Go on. Up you go. Go on. Get it behind. Go on. Get in there. Look at that. Eh? Are you comfy there? Eh? Are you? Look at that. I think that's a success. Right. Shall we? So I think we'll leave the plate down the yard. No reversing alarm. That is so much better. In fact, she's more comfortable there than she was on the skid steer. I think we'll put it in there. Right, we're going to have another go at pushing up the wood chip without disturbing the neighbours. So on the skid steer I can see the front leading edge of the bucket. I can't see it on here, so I'm going to have to learn where that is. So go into low box, more power. Yeah. So that worked better than last time. I don't think I need the heater on, especially on hot. So, and what does that do? Right. Okay. Let's try it without that. Just front wheels. So there's on this limit of what you can lift there, isn't he?